From Peoria, VideoMax Limited presents Midstate Magazine with your hosts, Christina Colosimo and Brett Lemon. The news with Jennifer French and Nosheen Farista and the Midstate News Team. Sports with Daniel Shore and Landon Battle. In Need with Afton Holliver. Let's Eat with Rihanna Pouncey. Spotlight with Sandra Hollywood Hall. About Town with Sam Mangieri. Get Real with Becca Wenning. Street Team with Melody Esley. And State of the Arts with Ambria Hill. And now, from America's friendliest city, Midstate Magazine with your hosts, Christina and Brett. Take it away, kids.
Hey guys, welcome back to another week of Midstate Magazine. As always, I'm Brett Lemick.
And I'm Christina Colosimo.
And if you're just joining us, this is not the worst host episode, the worst dressed, what not to wear. It's actually Thanksgiving, what, in 2 days?
2 more days.
I'm so excited.
I'm pumped.
I decided I'd dress up like a pilgrim.
I know, I like it a lot.
Really?
I do. I think it's great. I think you should be wearing your socks like that all the time.
Is that a little white lie that we're keeping inside?
It's actually a very large lie. So
at least you're honest. I mean,
no, I'm just kidding. I think it's very. I think it's sweet.
I'm trying to
look.
I just tried for you. I tried to look like a pilgrim.
No,
my best.
I like it. You know what? I mean, I feel really guilty right now because I'm supposed to look like a pilgrim. However, this is my.
You sort of shafted me. I thought you were going to come like a pilgrim.
I know. How about this can be the take on like the 21st century pilgrim?
So this is like the modern pilgrim.
The modern pilgrim. Yes.
Leaving me in olden times. Thanks.
So now in 2 days. Right? Yeah, 2 days.
It's right around the corner.
Oh my gosh.
Do you need to start
oh my goodness.
shopping for turkeys?
No, I don't know. You know what I was thinking though? After Thanksgiving is you're like Christmas.
It's right away.
I know. Doesn't it scare you a little bit though? Because
especially with a big family, it definitely scares me.
Oh yeah, because then you're like, oh my gosh, now I have to do this, I have to do this, I have to do that. Sometimes we always forget, like during the holidays, just to slow down and take it easy. I'm not very good at that.
Stuff your face.
I know.
With mom's good home cooking.
What's your favorite?
I really love mashed potatoes. Mashed potatoes and turkey.
I'm a mashed potato person too.
Okay, now do you eat mashed potatoes like plain? Do you like gravy, white gravy, dark gravy?
I like the dark gravy.
Okay,
I'm
a
lighter.
light
Graver?
Yeah.
Light graver.
And I don't usually put gravy on my turkey. I just dip the turkey in the mashed potatoes.
I do the same thing.
That is awesome.
Do you like sweet potatoes or?
You know what? I stay away from it. I don't really try it.
Like it. See, I'm a big sweet potato person too.
I don't know. Maybe if I found a good recipe, I'd like it. But
I'm just an all-around starch fan.
You know what? We'll talk about food later. I'm so excited for food and all about Thanksgiving, everything they have to offer. But first, let's see what Jennifer and Nosheen have to offer with news.
Christina and Brett, I'm Jennifer French.
And I'm Nosheen Farista. Thanks for joining us this evening.
When the holidays begin to approach, the less fortunate community come to mind. From the town of Pontiac, Illinois, these two aspects go hand in hand. The Livingston County's food pantry has a 1-year lease and a former doctor's office for no cost of the organization. The building material was donated by local facilities. Volunteers, mostly from the contributing churches, come in 3 days the pantry is open. Ruth Slosher, the co-chairwoman of the pantry board, explains how 4 churches and several businesses made this organization possible.
I talked to some other people, and we got together with other churches and just wanted to see what their ideas were to do this. And so this group of us decided to go to the city council and see if the city would give us a building here in the city to have a pantry.
The Food Pantry is a nonprofit organization that depends on volunteers and donations. To be sure these needy families receive proper nourishment, canned food drives occur at several of the donating facilities and businesses. The recent needs have been for canned meat and some non-food products such as paper products like paper towels, toilet paper, and baby wipes, including laundry detergent.
People who are doing everything that they're trying to do. They're working jobs. They're doing everything that we tell them to do. Get a good education, get a job, and work hard, yet she still doesn't have any money to feed her family, and that's what we're here for.
If you have any questions about aiding this organization, email us at midstatemagazine@yahoo.com. The East Peoria Riverfront is the scene of many new developments this year. There have been many new openings along the riverfront in the past few weeks, bringing in more revenue for East Peoria. Recently, 2 new restaurants have opened, Logan's Roadhouse and Granite City Food and Brewery, and more are to come. There is also an Embassy Suites being built, complete with a conference center. The 65 acres along the riverfront has brought in $200 million a year for East Peoria, and it's just going to keep getting bigger.
Charles Lindbergh Middle School has begun its new program, 20 Seconds of Silence. The program is designed to give students a quiet moment to reflect on the day ahead before beginning class. Principal Mary Davis wants children to begin the day with a positive attitude. Because of the vast diversity of the school, this is a controversial issue, which is why the program is carefully termed a moment of reflection instead of a moment of silence. It's hoped that this program will help students to focus better in the morning. Illinois Secretary of State Jesse White visited a local high school recently to promote a new safe driving program for teenagers. Secretary White was greeted by an audience of teenagers and local political leaders, where he talked about his graduated license system.
The greatest cause for loss of life for young drivers between the ages of 15 to 20 is automobile crashes. My mission is to make sure that the roads of Illinois are the safest ever. And that's what's important for us, to make sure that we give you the tools that are necessary for you to get from point A to point B in a safe, responsible manner.
The new driving plan will require new drivers to drive on their permit for 9 months instead of the current 3. Also, nighttime driving curfews will be shortened by 1 hour, requiring new drivers to refrain from driving past 10 p.m. during the week and 11 p.m. on the weekends.
Major restaurant chain Steak and Shake has partnered with the National Food Bank, America's Second Harvest. The restaurant is going to donate 80,000 steak burger patties to the Second Harvest branches in St. Louis, Indianapolis, and Peoria. Steak and Shake's goal is to donate 2.5 million steak burgers over a 5-year period. They are also donating 1 steak burger for every $5 gift card they sell. With the statewide smoking ban only 6 weeks away, Peoria County officials are working on ironing out the legalities of the new bill. The ban is termed on an unfunded mandate by Peoria County health officials because there is not enough money available to hire new people to enforce the law. But consequences will still be felt by lawbreakers. There will be a fine of $100 to $200 for smoking inside a public building, and businesses will also be fined for having multiple offenses on their property.
And now we go to Dr. Pitts with this week's career tip.
When you're putting your resume together, one of the things that I want you to think about doing is to make sure that you lead on your resume. The very first item there is going to be experience. Don't label it work history. Don't label it work experience. Label it experience. Why that phrase? Because maybe you have some things that are unpaid and would go there. And you know, the term work probably implies that you've drawn either a salary or an hourly compensation for it. So if you have the heading experience, you can put volunteer activities and you can put paid activities there. Now, why lead with experience on your resume? Probably because everybody you're competing with today will have a degree. And whether it's a college degree or a high school degree, that's no longer the discriminating factor that maybe it once was in the job market. Now, that's not going to be true for every single job, but for many jobs, you want to lead with experience because, like I say, everybody will have a college degree. So under experience, you're looking to show things that indicate maybe knowledge of or familiarity with equipment or procedures in a workplace, maybe some element of maturity, personal growth that you can demonstrate through things that you've learned to do over a period of time, any of these kinds of things. By the way, also keep in mind that you want to structure your resume with language, words, phrases that will also show up and stand out if the resume is scanned in, because sometimes companies will scan resumes and they're going to look for particular words or phrases that show up in a scanning process. All right, it's your challenge, but it's one that's going to benefit you if you plan accordingly and lead with experience on the resume.
Thanks, Dr. Pitts. And now to Daniel Shore with sports.
Thanks, Nasheen. Bradley soccer news: last Saturday's win over Western Kentucky University put the Braves in a tie for the Missouri Valley Conference crown with Creighton. This is the second year that they've tied, but this year the Braves have the first seed for the upcoming MVC tournament due to the number of tiebreakers. Congrats to them and best of luck in the upcoming tournament. And in men's basketball, freshman center Anthony Thomas will be redshirted this season. He's made many strides, starting to develop into a great player, but he will be redshirted for the long-term benefits of the program. And in lieu of the upset of the year, that is U of I defeating Ohio State, which many of you probably saw, you know the last time U of I beat a top-ranked team? Believe it or not, it was Ohio State when they were ranked #1 in 1956. The outcome of this game also ended Ohio State's 20-game winning streak in the Big Ten Conference this season. Now a shovel pass back to Nasheen for Oddly Enough.
Thanks, Daniel. When dawn broke on a half-mile stretch of coastline north of Amsterdam, the town of Terschelling awoke to find their beach littered with bunches of bananas. The night before, 6 shipping containers had fallen off a large freight ship in the midst of a storm. One container then burst when it made landfall, covering the island beach in green, unripened bananas. The people of Terschelling are no strangers to miscellaneous goods on their shores. Last year, aluminum briefcases, children's toys, and tennis shoes washed ashore, prompting a large turnout of treasure hunters. 20 years earlier, sweaters were found on the Dutch shoreline. Although many gathered to collect the beached bananas, a shipping official told reporters there was a larger turnout for the sneakers and toys. All of the leftover bananas are expected to be shipped to a nearby zoo.
That's a lot of banana bread. Thanks for joining us at Midstate News. I'm Jennifer French.
I'm Nasheen Fershta.
And I'm Daniel Shore. Back to you, Christina and Brett.
Ooh, I would have enjoyed that.
I need to relocate my home to wherever that is.
I'm a really big banana person, like strangely enough.
I am
Oddly enough.
anything around the holidays. I'll just have anything.
Yeah?
There's a lot of traditions with my family.
Really? What do you guys do?
Okay, you're going to laugh, but we wrestle. Me and my brothers wrestle. I don't know how it started, but years ago, you know, I'm bigger than my brothers now, but they would just they would go crazy on me, throw me, whatever.
Torment you?
Yeah. They have to double team me to, there's a picture. Oh my God, I can't even. Are you going to come? You going to come to this this upcoming one?
Yeah, right.
We'll have matches, we'll have rounds. You can go with the sign.
I'm a scraggler. Like, I'm like the one like kicking like.
I'm training just for this season, so
Oh, okay.
if they're out there, get ready because.
So this is like a big deal for your family. I mean, you guys are
it's
like
huge.
all out like.
My parents don't really, they don't really like it, but we do it anyways.
Right, right. See, now in a family of 4
is a
girls,
challenge.
we don't do that. We don't wrestle.
I want to hear about your family
bite.
later, but first, why don't we go to Let's Eat with Rihanna Pouncey.
Well, you can feel it in the weather and see it in the trees. Fall is here. And I bet most people think of the same kinds of foods when they think of fall. Turkey, stuffing, cranberries, and apple pie. And even as popular as apple pie is, I bet most people don't even know what kind of work goes into making one. Tis tis. But that's what I'm here for. For this recipe, the ingredients you're going to be needing are a pie crust, some lemon juice, sugar, 3 apples, flour, cinnamon, and nutmeg. Now, after preheating the oven to 375 degrees, pop the pie in the oven and cook it for 40 minutes. After the first 40 minutes, take the aluminum foil off the edges. Then let it bake for another 20 minutes. Hot, hot, hot. And here we have it. I'm Rihanna Pouncey with Let's Eat. Back to you, Christina and Brett.
Brett is hogging it because
I haven't even taken a bite yet. Grab your fork.
Thank you.
All right.
It looks so simple, too.
I'm going to compare this to Baker Square because I worked there for a year, if you didn't know. I'm going to take off my silly hat in order to eat this.
Oh, okay. All right.
We need full preparation. You want to do this together?
Yeah. So now I have an aunt that makes like delicious apple pie. My
Do you
Aunt
think this
Sarah.
compares?
And I don't know. Wait, let's see.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
You can taste the nutmeg. That's good. Usually,
That's delicious.
you think, have another bite. You think someone working at Baker Square for a year would get sick of it, but this is actually pretty good.
This is really yummy. I'm like really getting excited now. Except, however, if we keep eating like this, we're not
Yeah.
going to have room for our turkey.
We'll save that for later. You know, I actually exploded 50 pies when working at Baker Square once.
Are you serious?
All together, 50. My boss would yell at me if they saw it right now, but yeah, I'll tell you that story later.
Did you get fired?
Oh my God, almost. Let's first go to In the Spotlight with Sandra Hollywood Hall.
Hi, I'm Sandra Hollywood Hall, and welcome to In the Spotlight. This week's edition of In the Spotlight will focus on our own Hollywood of the Midwest, good old Peoria, USA. With the holidays rapidly approaching, and no, I don't want to know how many shopping days we have left until Christmas, let's highlight some of the most festive and entertaining hotspots and the beautiful city of Peoria has to offer. Peoria is well known for its extravagant venues from shopping, museums, art guilds, restaurants, and holiday festivals. We also have our very own favorite Santa Claus coming to town. Recognized as one of the nation's oldest Santa Claus parade, Peoria will feature our very own jolly old Saint Nick as he spreads holiday cheer with candy canes, bright Christmas lights, snow-covered cheers, and Santa's helpers. The theme of the parade is Christmas around the world and will incorporate different Christmas visions from all over. The 120th annual Santa Claus Parade will be held on Friday, November 23rd at 10:15 in the morning on Monroe Street in front of Peoria Central Firehouse. Also keeping with the holiday spirit, what would the holidays be without East Peoria's 23rd annual Festival of Lights? The Festival of Lights is one of the largest lighted festivals in the nation. You can check out these lights as they light up our lives officially beginning Saturday, November 24th and continuing to December 31st. Now for all of you want-to-bees, hope-to-bees, and can't wait-to-bees, why not head over to our Peoria's favorite Rhythm Kitchen for open mic nights and spread some holiday cheer. Make sure you tune in next week as we plan to host our In the Spotlight at this very trendy spot. I'm Sandra Hollywood Hall, and you know as always, you can depend on me to keep you in the know with In the Spotlight.
Sandra,
I like that.
I like the open mic night. Say that
There you
100
go.
times fast.
Don't challenge me, I will.
And I'm going to keep eating this because it's so delicious.
No, first I want to talk to you about something. You were laughing at the picture of me and my brother's wrestling. I want to know something about your family.
Well,
Not all good stuff. I want to know some embarrassing stuff
I know.
too.
I'm
Give me the
just
dirt.
thinking, like, okay, so I come from a family. There are 4 daughters in all. Oh, see, look at us. That's my
You all look the same.
I know. My sister Elizabeth isn't in there. She was. That's old picture. Oh, look with my grandma. But that's my mom's
That's
side
sweet.
of the family.
That's a little more tame than my picture.
I know. Well, that's my mom's side of the family with my Uncle Chuck, and then they have 3 kids, and now one of my cousins is married and has 3 babies
And
now.
the family's just extending.
So, I know. So we usually spend.
Soon enough it'll be your turn.
My dad is from a family of 9 kids, so we don't really spend we do like different things with them for holidays, but like
Oh my
for
God.
intimate settings, we go with my mom's side of the family, and
Okay.
we play football on Thanksgiving.
That is awesome. I want you to
And-
think of your most embarrassing story, and I
Okay.
want to hear that next.
Sounds
You
good.
promise? Okay.
Promise.
First, why don't we go to Get Real with Becca Wenning?
In 1988, the original version of Hairspray was released. Now it's back and better than ever.
Hurry up, Penny, we're missing you. Jesse, Darla, Holly, Noreen, Doreen.
And I'm late.
Tracy Turnblad, an all but ordinary high schooler, has one passion: dancing.
School tomorrow and come audition. No one in this house is auditioning for anything.
But Ma,
But too many forces stand in the way of her dream.
dancing on that show is my dream.
Well, we get any more white people in here, this is gonna be a suburb.
When Tracy and others are ostracized for their appearance, she takes matters into her own hands. You can't stop the beat.
Hairspray.
This is America. You gotta think big to be big. Big ain't the problem in this family, Wilbur.
For an upbeat musical that will have you dancing in your seat, check out Hairspray on DVD November 20th. For Get Real, I'm Becca Wenning.
I'm counting down the days.
I still need to see it.
Oh, it's so good.
Now that's a good family story.
I don't know. Oh, you know what? Okay, so here's the thing. My family, we're very odd. We are strange people.
I don't believe that.
Oh,
Christina Colosimo, odd?
Oh my gosh. We just, you know, with growing up with 4 girls, there's, you know, we're all very different in our own way. But
I wonder what the kids' table looked like.
Yeah, no, right. Well,
you and her sisters?
My sister Victoria, she's a few years older than me. She's the second born, but she is the one to be like, now can we go around the table and say what we're thankful for this year?
Just really corny.
No, oh, for sure. And then my
she
mom
talks like that too?
No, but I'm just, you know, imitating her.
Okay.
But then, and then my mom, you know, is, oh, that's beautiful. Like, you know, and we have that
Just
whole
encourages it.
cheesiness.
And then
Yeah.
it just goes into the downward spiral of
Right.
Thanksgiving fun memories.
Right.
Oh, I love the holidays and all your embarrassing relatives. Maybe we'll find some embarrassing people on the street team with Kevin Maycheck.
From Melody Essler. Today we're talking turkey at the Peoria Riverfront to find out what people know about Thanksgiving. Alright, in what century was the first Thanksgiving held by the Pilgrims?
Can I phone a friend? I would say the 15th century.
About 200 years ago, 250 years ago.
18th century.
1692 when Columbus got here.
17th. Very good. I think you're the first person to get that right. True or false, the heaviest turkey ever raised was 86 pounds, the size of a large dog.
No idea.
We'll go true.
No, I don't think so. About 40 pounds of wild ones.
True. Actually, it is true. Very big bird. And can turkeys fly?
Very short distances.
Just out of curiosity, for some fun, do you have any fun family traditions for each Thanksgiving?
Pumpkin pie, dressing, and turkey.
All right, sounds good. And are those your favorite foods as well, or do you have a favorite food for Thanksgiving?
I like it all.
All right, well said. All right, well, thank you guys very much. For Midstate Magazine, I'm Kevin Maycheck. Have a good Thanksgiving, everybody. Back to you guys in the studio.
Kevin.
I kind of want to steal that boat that he's in front of.
Okay, now can we just notice, like, I'm obsessed with
Just
this.
finish it. You might as well finish it.
I know. I just keep eating it all, right?
The food is great on holidays, but you know what? Sports. I love football. You know, just a chance, just an option to get away from the dinner table with your relatives is, you know, watching.
It's true. It's true. Now, my favorite is, for some reason, throughout the episodes of Friends, throughout every season, they sort of always incorporated the football on Thanksgiving Day. And there's that classic episode where apparently Ross and Monica's family used to have a football contest every year, and one year it went awry, so they're not allowed to play football on Thanksgiving anymore.
I need to check out that episode. I haven't seen it.
It's good stuff.
But first, I want to check out State of the Arts with Ambria Hill.
Thanks, Brent and Christina. Welcome to another edition of State of the Arts. I'm your host, Ambria Hill. Today we have returning guest Vince Damon to perform a spoken word poetry piece. Hey Vince, how's it going today?
Pretty good, how are you?
Great, thanks so much for coming back.
Thanks for having me.
So I just want to get right into it. What's your inspiration behind the piece that you're performing today?
Well, the name of the piece is Jesus Dressed in Black, and I've always been very politically charged. Like the news plays a big part in my family, and so we always watch the news, and we kind of watch the war in Iraq unfold, you know, and you know, usually I don't really dictate, you know, how my inspiration comes. So I mean, it inspired me to write, and I always wanted to write about it, and this poem pretty much wrote itself for the most part. I remember I was working at a restaurant, and I heard a song. I think it was System of a Down, some Soldier Side. That's what it was, and it just kind of came to me there, and I ran with it.
So what genre would you place this poem in?
I have no idea. Like I said, I mean, they come to me. I don't even try to place I look at myself as mostly a vessel. I just write it, and you know, I refine it, write it, and I let the poem or the piece take a life of its own. But if I had to really classify this piece, I'll make it, I guess, more of a rock piece, I guess, because that's what it was written to.
Right. So where do you usually find inspiration? Just random places like you said?
Really random places, actually. Once I was at a grocery store, and I saw, I think, a lemon or something on a bunch of other lemons, and I found the piece, you know. I was taking a shower, and the piece came to me in the shower. So, I mean, it's very random. I can't really dictate what pieces I'm going to write, and if I ever try to sit down and write a piece myself, you know, without an inspiration, just an idea or a thought, it goes horribly wrong.
Really?
It goes horribly wrong. So I wait for the inspiration to hit me, and all I can do is put myself or try to set myself in a position to be best inspired, I guess.
Okay. So are you still performing in like poetry slams, and do you have any projects in the work now?
I don't have any projects lined up now, but that's because I'm mostly here at Bradley. I'm in school, and the circuit isn't that big. But when I'm back home in Chicago, I'm pretty active in the circuit. You know, one of my friends just started a new poetry group called So Ill. A bunch of my friends started that. I would be in that if I was back home. I also go to a nice poetry slam every Wednesday at Cafe 219. So I'm pretty active in it out there, and it's really good to be active in it because, you know, a lot of the other artists inspire you and you inspire them, so it makes for a really good, you know, kind of bouncing back off each other.
So is there some type of poetry society in Chicago, or?
I think there is. I think there's a national there's a competition that happens in Chicago every year called Louder Than a Bomb. When I first started writing, one of my very first pieces, I think it was my third piece, I competed in Louder Than a Bomb. I got second, and then I got writer's block for 2 years. So
writer's block.
I decided not to compete with my poetry anymore, just to, like I said, be the vessel and let it come through me. And if I get inspired, I just write it, you know.
That's great. So let's hear the original piece.
No problem.
All right.
A small child touches the light for the first time and realizes that the bomb-tattered floor where she once stood in contentment would no longer hold her weight. She searches for her family frantically, finding broken memories burned from flash fires and their now war-torn bodies. The black soot from a barrage of bullets and bombs cover her. She cries blood. Jesus is standing nearby, dressed in black, holding his face, shaking his head, wounds bleeding. He looks at her with a deep pain in his voice and swollen tears in his eyes. He lifts his head and screams to his father in what seems like 1,000 voices. The voice or the voices seem to echo the salty, blood-drenched tears of this little girl. He reaches out to her, but can't seem to get past her pain. She runs and trips him over an ammunition shell, tied up with the names of the ones who dropped injustice at her door. Barely able to be seen through the red sky left from the destructive display of dominance. 13 stripes, 50 stars. Arrogantly marked, she remembers and vows to return the favor. Jesus is standing nearby, shaking his head, holding his face. He tried to console her, to get her to understand and forgive, but she pulls back and her very skin rises up in a rage she can't seem to find the words to speak. Eyes red, mouth black, soot black, and in no air dared to stir for what seemed like an eternity. Jesus, black and bleak and dripping with blood, grabs her face and holds it. He says her name softly. Iraq. Iraq.
Wow. Thank you so much for that piece and for joining us again today. That's it for this week's edition of State of the Arts. I'm Ambria Hill. Back to you guys.
Thank you, Ambria.
That was impressive.
Thank you. Yes, it really was. So we finished the pie.
We did. If anyone was concerned that, you know,
that I wouldn't finish pie,
that is not a concern anymore.
Now, are you a big pumpkin pie? I mean, it is Thanksgiving. Pumpkin pie.
It's a little rich for me.
Really?
Just a little rich.
Really? Okay. See, I'm a big pumpkin pie person.
I put pumpkin pie next to key lime pie for me, like maybe a little bit.
Oh, okay. All right, I get that.
You enjoy it. I mean, if it's a little more subtle, I'll like it.
What about pecan pie?
I've never actually had pecan pie.
Oh,
I've served hundreds of slices of pecan pie, never had it.
You need to get on that. Maybe I'll have my Aunt Sarah send you a piece. She's a good
That would be
pecan,
great.
Yeah.
I will write her a very nice letter to Aunt Sarah.
For sure. And as well as our viewers can write a nice letter to us.
Yeah, why don't I really encourage, because I love reading emails from strangers who feel they're connected to me because they watch me on TV and they just think me and you are so nice.
I know, right?
They should email us.
Yeah, if they have ideas for shows, if you guys have ideas
holidays,
for shows, and
Thanksgiving, give us some
I'm ready.
emails.
I really am ready. I've got my, I'm gonna have to wear like my
wear your hat?
Yeah, my fat pants too
Okay.
that day. Or like an elastic, skirt with like elastic on there, just so that, I can fit all that food.
It's time for food. It's time for family, holidays, and it's time for us to go. So if you're not watching us,
you're not watching much.
See you next time.
Bye.